Okay, let's unpack this. Sometimes, the most profound insights, they don't come from where you'd expect, like self-help books or serene meditations.
Definitely not. Today we're looking somewhere else entirely.
Exactly. We're taking a deep dive into a truly singular collection of sources. Excerpts from a Japanese novel. It's titled Voiture,
Which translates roughly to The Path to Inner Peace.
The Path to Inner Peace. Now, if that title makes you think of, tranquil gardens and quiet reflection,
Yeah, you might want to adjust that image.
buckle up is probably better advice. Our mission today is to explore how this narrative delves into some truly unconventional, even shocking paths.
Paths to self-discovery,
Yeah.
identity, and a very, very unique concept of inner peace.
All seen through the incredibly unusual lives and philosophies of its characters.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, is the author's daring choice. Using these extreme, often taboo obsessions as a lens.
Right, lens to look at fundamental human questions.
Exactly. We're looking at a journey where these characters find meaning, connection, and even this strange kind of purpose.
In the most peculiar places. Disturbing, even.
It forces you to question, our usual assumptions about what it means to be well-adjusted or lead a meaningful life.
It's like the novel is suggesting that for some people, maybe authenticity can only be found way outside societal norms.
Or beyond them, perhaps.
So let's meet our first guide on this. Winding Path to Inner Peace. A man named Bin.
Ben. And his unique profession, or rather passion.
He is rather uniquely eschatologist. Not in a purely scientific sense, though.
No, not clinical. It's deeply philosophical for him. He doesn't just have an interest in waste.
No. He considers human feces to be the most trustworthy thing in existence.
And remarkably, an actual work of art. The novel described him meticulously recording his own stool.
Meticulously is the word, noting its color phase hardness like codes, right? Yeah. H4 for hard, B13 for soft.
Yeah, numbers for color, too. Even precise length, like 12 centimeters, diameter 2.5 centimeter.
It's not just a quirk. He actually tried to preserve them.
That's right, in goldfish bowls. It's this extreme form of, personal documentation, self-reflection almost.
He absolutely sees it that way. Deep personal reflection. He describes each one as like a genius's work. No two are the same, reflecting his life, even his mental state.
And it gets stranger. He believes emotions.
Right, like listening to violin music versus piano music.
It can actually change the color and consistency of his stool. It's incredible.
He even advocates for public exhibitions of feces, believing it would be enlightening.
And he calls the toilet the last bastion of male creation. A very provocative idea.
He even suggests women avoid cleaning public toilets because they, lack the courage to face their own creations?
It's quite a statement, and if we try to connect this to the bigger picture, Bin's an antique appraiser by trade.
Okay, so there's a connection to tangible things.
Exactly. He draws this stark contrast between the physical, tangible world and the digital one we're increasingly in. He believes that in a future dominated by information, by computers, re-recognizing feces is the only way to maintain humanity.
Wow, that's a leap.
It's a provocative idea, definitely. What can a computer produce? Can a computer poop?
Good question in this context.
For Bin, this visceral, undeniable product of the body represents a truth, an authenticity that digital stuff can't replicate. It's his rebellion, sort of.
A rebellion against the intangible. It's quite a philosophical stance rooted in something most people just flush away.
Without a second thought.
Okay, next up we have Shinkichi. He calls himself an onanist.
Right. His obsession centers around masturbation, but also, very specifically, his extreme phimosis.
And he doesn't just see it as a condition.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He sees his phimosis as a unique, almost superior attribute. He found out as a kid that the extra foreskin could store urine.
Store urine, like an ice bag.
Exactly, like an ice bag, a trick no one else could do. So he interprets this anatomical quirk as a protector, a superior mechanism.
Believing it gives him advantages.
Yeah, advantages others lack. Like allowing for a free and easy masturbation without mess, or even preventing burns somehow.
It's like reframing a potential flaw into a personal superpower.
Completely. He even tried to start a phimosis club in college.
Seriously?
Okay.
That shows some dedication.
It does. But beneath that surface quirkiness, there seems to be this much deeper search going on. For identity? Maybe belonging?
He thinks people with phimosis share certain traits.
Yeah, like introversion, obsessiveness, a dislike for systems, preferring solitude. He's also always hungry, apparently.
And he has this weird belief, almost fatalistic, that his masturbation will eventually kill him.
Even though doctors tell him it's harmless,
Yeah.
it really sounds like he's trying to load something quite mundane with profound meaning.
Or maybe significance he feels is missing elsewhere.
That raises the big question, doesn't it? Why does he feel such a strong lack of purpose? To the point where he actually yearns for an enemy.
For hatred. To give his life meaning.
Exactly. He sees his current state as autistic, disconnected, just floating.
So he fantasizes about grand criminal acts.
Yeah, but not for gain. Not for money or power. More as a way to just engage with the world. To force a reaction, to feel connected.
Even if it's through negativity.
Right. And his masturbation fantasies evolve too, beyond, let's say, conventional boundaries. Animals, plants, inanimate objects, and eventually destructive acts, like imagining breaking skyscraper windows with his penis.
Wow. That's quite an escalation from internal fantasy to this yearning for external impact.
No matter how extreme or bizarre.
All right. Finally, there's Zensuke, a poet turned copywriter.
And his defining trait is his alcoholism. But it's not just garden variety drinking.
No, it's presented as something more
Yeah.
existential, unpredictable, often violent.
It's the complete loss of memory and control when he drinks. That's the core issue, leading to these bizarre public incidents.
Like running naked in the street,
Attacking police.
attacking riot police, even urinating on guards. Just complete abandon.
But what's striking is his desire to understand it, isn't it? Totally. He even films himself drunk, trying to capture and analyze this other self.
He calls it like a dream, somehow nostalgic.
Almost like being in the womb, or even dying. He says he dies every night when he gets drunk.
Implying this cycle of oblivion and rebirth, but also a loss of self.
A profound loss, yeah. And then his private chaos just slams into the public sphere.
The magazine photo.
Right. A women's magazine publishes this humiliating photo of him drunk, embracing a heavyset woman, zipper undone, the whole thing.
And his wife, Ryuko, she's understandably furious.
Absolutely rips into him verbally. But Zencaesar's reaction, it's more than just shame or regret.
It's a shift, isn't it?
A huge shift from this kind of general passive rage about his life to a very specific murderous intent.
Towards the photographer and editor.
Exactly, the ones responsible for his public humiliation. It's a real turning point. Diffuse anger crystallizes into this sharp desire for vengeance.
Okay, so we have these three men, Ben, Shinkichi, Zensuke, each wrestling with their own very specific, intense obsessions and frustrations.
And they start to converge. Zensuke's new murderous rage acts as a kind of catalyst.
Right, born from that public shaming. And he goes to Ben, of all people.
For a consultation, yeah. And Bin, the scatologist, sees Zensuke's intense anger.
Not as a problem, but as research.
Precisely. A rare research opportunity. He asks Zensuke for a stool sample.
Theorizing that the feces of an enraged human will be different.
Will reveal unique characteristics, a physical manifestation of that extreme emotion.
And what does he find?
Something startling. Zensuke's anger feces is this distinct dark blue-green color.
Blue-green.
Yeah. A color Bin attributes to terrorists and people who've made a conscious decision to kill. It's almost like alchemy reading psychology and excrement.
Okay, that's wild. And this is where Shinkichi comes back in.
This is where their paths really braid together in the most bizarre way. Shinkichi hears about this.
And his feces turns green too.
Also turns green, and for him, it's not just some weird coincidence, it's confirmation.
Confirmation of his own desire for an enemy. An escape from that autistic state.
Exactly. Confirmation of his own burgeoning desire for something extreme. It's this strange, almost mystical, shared symptom.
Giving physical form to their collective shift in mindset.
This common, very unusual physical sign, the green feces, becomes this incredibly powerful unifying symbol for them.
Suggesting they're all on the same page now, psychologically.
Yeah, a shared shift, a decision to embrace something extreme, a commitment to this new collective path, whatever their individual reasons were.
It's a very visceral symbol of their new purpose.
And their collective identity. Bin even coins a name for them.
Oh, yeah?
The Green Feces Party.
The Green Feces Party, right? Darkly funny, but also deeply serious for them.
It marks their nascent movement.
So their unconventional path then leads them to an even more unusual mentor.
An old man, a former spy trained at the Nakano School.
Which was a notorious, highly secretive Japanese Imperial Army place, right? Training spies, commandos.
Unconventional warfare, intelligence, assassination. Yeah, the real deal.
And his story. It's rooted in post-World War II chaos.
Deeply. It provides the stark, tangible background for his own lifelong obsession. hatred and revenge.
What happened?
He talks about his daughter, left abandoned in the black markets after the war. She fell prey to this man, young Denko.
Who enslaved her, addicted her to morphine.
Yes, which eventually drove her to suicide. So the old man's entire life, for decades, was dedicated to punishing her.
Just this one single purpose.
That sustained him. But the tragic twist is, Yang died years later from something completely unrelated.
Leaving the old man.
Lost. Utterly lost. His life's mission gone, unfulfilled. Just this profound void where that decades-long hatred used to be.
And he teaches them skills related to this, not just theory.
Oh no, very practical. He talks about a specific, highly disciplined form of combat, a martial art for assassination taught at Nakano.
Emphasizing physical power.
Extreme physical prowess, yeah. Like crushing a cigarette can in his hand. And targeting specific weak points, solar plexus, testicles, Adam's apple, temple.
Not for show, but for absolute effectiveness.
Fatal effectiveness. It's cold, brutal pragmatism about violence he teaches.
And this contrasts sharply with the other's motivations, doesn't it?
Completely. For the old man, hatred isn't some abstract idea or philosophical tool like it maybe is for Bin or Shinkichi.
For him, it was real, raw.
A raw, driving force that got him through unimaginable loss. He insists that true hatred and a clear, singular intention are vital for effective action.
More vital than politics or ideals.
Far more potent, he believes. He dismisses modern anti-establishment movements as lacking this bottom-line hatred.
This deep, personal, visceral core.
That fuels genuine, unshakable purpose. Yeah.
And he agrees to train them. Bin, Shinkichi, Sensuke.
He does, in these killing arts. He emphasizes that for a terrorist, a sound body houses a sound mind.
Meaning physical strength is needed to sustain the will to kill.
Discipline, strength, focus, it's necessary to carry out the act. This really solidifies their collective purpose.
It marks their entry into something more structured, more disciplined.
A pursuit of their unique brand of terror. He's giving them the tools, the mindset, to turn those personal frustrations into action.
Direct, decisive action.
Terrifyingly so.
So as their green feces party gets more serious, they meet someone else, another compelling character.
And deeply disturbing, a young woman named Sayuri.
Right, Sayuri. She adds another layer, doesn't she? Even more unsettling.
She really does. She's deeply fascinated by violent and grotesque imagery.
Like what specifically?
Well, the novel mentions things like human skin lampshades, bone chandeliers, supposedly made by a Nazi commandant's wife, graphic photos of atrocities my lie at Auschwitz.
Just fascinated. Or is it more?
It goes way beyond fascination. She explicitly states she gets sexually aroused by these images.
Sexually aroused?
Yes. Masturbating while looking at photos of war victims, torture victims, it's a profoundly transgressive source of stimulation for her.
And she's not just looking, she wants to be involved.
She's not passive, no. She actively seeks out these disturbing narratives.
Yeah.
And she wants the men to kill someone for her.
Kill someone for her?
Yeah. As a gift. She asks for a private corpse because she says she cannot do it herself.
Wow. Okay. And let me guess.
Her feces also turns green.
Yes.
Solidifying her membership in the Green Feces Party.
Confirming her commitment to this path.
It's the shared physical sign again, manifesting their collective, disturbing desire.
This raises some really uncomfortable questions, doesn't it? About the human psyche.
Absolutely. What does this tell us about our capacity to find stimulation, even meaning, in the absolute extreme?
Can the ultimate taboo violence, death, become a source of engagement?
Sayuri's character suggests that for some, yes. It can become a source of profound, albeit deeply disturbing, personal engagement. Even a kind of pleasure or twisted self-actualization.
The novel really pushes boundaries here, exploring how far people might go to feel truly alive.
Even if it means confronting the most macabre parts of existence.
So, the group fully embraces this path now, and they start exploring the philosophy behind it, guided by the old man.
Right, and what's crucial is that their brand of terror isn't political.
Not about overthrowing the government. Or fixing society.
No, nothing like that. It's deeply, unsettlingly personal.
How does the old man frame it?
He emphasizes it's not about righteousness or heroism. It's not about making grand statements.
It's about personal satisfaction.
Personal satisfaction, self-actualization through this radical act. And crucially, a unique form of dialogue with their target.
Dialogue through terror.
That's how it's presented. Bin even builds on it, connecting it to his own philosophy.
Scatology.
Yeah. He says his scatology is a dialogue with his inner self, while Terrorism is the ultimate form of communication with others.
That's quite a claim.
And he argues, disturbingly, that killing with your own hands, with clear intention, is actually kinder
Kinder? Then what?
than impersonal mass destruction, like pushing a missile button like those responsible for Hiroshima and Nagasaki suggests.
It's a philosophy championing personal responsibility in violence, no matter how perverse.
And visceral connection, yeah.
And they keep training, physically and mentally.
Oh, yes. The old man trains them in practical, brutal assassination techniques.
We're talking specific methods.
Very specific. Strangulation with wire, precise knife attacks targeting organs. He even describes things like using high-pressure air to inflate a body until the eyes pop out.
Okay, that's incredibly graphic.
Or making concrete shoes like gangsters used, dropping victims into harbors. The details are meant to be shocking, to emphasize the absolute intent.
And this highlights a central, disturbing premise in the novel, right?
That violence, extreme personal violence, is being presented as a path to meaning, or a way to overcome that autistic state of numbness.
For each of them, it serves a different purpose.
It seems so. For Bin, it's seeing the final theses, the ultimate truth. For Shinkichi, finding that concrete enemy to give life meaning.
For Zensuke, proving he can take revenge, break free from drunken oblivion.
And for Sayuri, it's the source of profound, macabre pleasure, finding happiness in the grotesque.
Each finds their own twisted version of inner peace through transgression.
That seems to be the idea explored.
And the Green Feces Party even drafts a document, a declaration of regicide.
Yes, to be delivered to a government official. But again, the motive is bizarre.
Not political gain.
No, it's written in this archaic grand style, but the goal is to revive the official.
Revive him.
From what they see as his complacent, wax doll existence, to force him into a human state of fear and danger, to strip away his apathy.
So the act of terror is meant as a twisted form of humanism.
That's how they frame it, aiming to bring life, true, raw feeling to their target through extreme confrontation, not destruction for its own sake, but a perverted kind of awakening.
Okay, so where does this leave us? We've taken a deep dive into this world where these intensely personal obsessions,
Scatology, masturbation, alcoholism, vengeance.
they all coalesce into this bizarre, non-political, almost philosophical form of terrorism.
The narrative really provocatively suggests that some individuals, maybe when they're faced with this profound lack of meaning or overwhelming frustration or just deep emotional numbness,
Might seek self-affirmation or purpose or even some twisted kind of joy in the most transgressive ways.
the ways you can barely imagine. The author uses these extremes to really challenge our comfort zone, doesn't it?
Pushing us to consider the hidden desires, the strange paths people might take searching for something profound.
Profound experience, connection, even if it leads to the utterly macabre and, let's be clear, morally reprehensible.
It forces you to ask, what does inner peace truly mean? And how varied, how strange might the paths to achieving it be for different people?
Yeah. If meaning can be found through these means, what does that say about the human condition itself?
What depths of desperation or unique psychological landscapes drive people to such lengths just to feel alive?
Or truly seen? Or maybe just to express impulses society forces us to repress?
The story definitely doesn't endorse any of this.
Not at all. But it does lay bare these raw, uncomfortable psychological underpinnings, the things that might drive individuals towards acts we just label terrorism.
Without really understanding the personal void they might be trying to fill.
Exactly. It leaves you with this unsettling thought. What precisely lies beneath the surface of our own inner peace, when you peel back all the layers of convention and societal norms?
A very unsettling thought to end on.